Hey guys, welcome to the pilot episode of Book Addict TV with me, Rae-Shelle. This is me officially starting my YouTube channel dedicated to all things books. You don't even want to know how long it took me to get to this point, but we're here. This video may be all over the place, may be a little chaotic. Just consider it a preview of my personality. In this video, we're going to be talking about my reading journey, what else? Why I'm starting this channel, and I'm going to give you guys a peek into my physical TDR. TBR. What is TDR? My physical TBR, just so you guys can kind of get an idea of the type of books that I like or the type of books I gravitate towards, especially right now in my reading journey. So yeah, so let's get into my reading journey. So I was an avid reader growing up. Like I read a lot. I'm reading Captain Underpants, Goosebumps, Junie B. Jones, Bernstein Bears. Like I read a lot. Then during like my preteen years, like I remember reading like a lot of urban fiction, a lot of urban romance. Don't know why I was reading that at like 11, 12 years old. Blame my mama. But I was reading a lot during my preteen years. And then once I got to high school, maybe even like the end of middle school, like around 13, 14, I just stopped reading. I don't know why. I don't remember why. Just maybe because, you got older. I got older, got interested in a little bit more different stuff. I don't know. But I just stopped reading. Didn't really read too much for enjoyment in high school. Didn't read too much at all for enjoyment in college. So yeah, I just like stopped reading and I don't know why. Anywho's, the end of 2024, I decided that in 2025, this year, I was like, I want to get into reading. I want to read more. I enjoyed it as a child. I don't know why I stopped. So I fell hard into reading. You know how like they tell you, or like you hear people say that reading is like their personality, or it has become their personality. Reading became my personality this year. I was reading like 5 to 6 books a month. I was consuming a lot of books, like reading for sport, like reading like my life depended on it, reading like I had nothing to do, like I had no job, like I had no responsibilities, just reading like crazy how much I was reading. So the first book that I picked up to read, actually I got it from the airport that like started off my whole reading journey this year was The Perfect Marriage by Genevieve Rose. This book, I have some thoughts on it, but it served its purpose. It was gripping, it was fun, it was fast paced, it held my attention, which is what you really want for like books that you're reading to get back. Oh, shoot. For books that you're reading to like get back into reading, you want it to like be engaged and like hold your attention, and that book served its purpose. I did not enjoy the sequel, The Perfect Divorce, so I kind of have like negative feelings towards the book. Well, I'm gonna say yeah, because I didn't enjoy the sequel, but that's a conversation for another day. So why did I start this channel? Truthfully, as like I'm maturing as a reader, I realize that I want to talk about books. I want to have discussions about books. So selfishly, I created this channel to chronicle my reading journey, chronicle the books that I'm reading, how I continue to mature as a reader, how my taste in books change, because honestly, my taste in books has changed drastically from like the beginning of the year to like now. The type of books that I enjoyed the first half of this year compared to the second half is the difference is wild. But you kind of see that in my physical TBR that I share with you guys. So just think about, I really enjoyed The Perfect Divorce. Oh, not The Perfect Divorce, The Perfect Marriage. I really enjoyed The Perfect Marriage when I read it back in January. Now, yeah, it's a no for me. But that's just how my taste has changed between not between, but for this year. Also, like, I don't have anyone to discuss books with. A lot of people in my life, if they do read, they enjoy self help books, finance books, business books, books about the economy, and nothing is wrong with that. Like, I dibble and dabble in those type of books, myself sometimes. But like, people that read fiction, yeah, not a lot of people in my life like read fiction and read for enjoyment. So yeah, that's this is what this channel is for. I need to create, or I would like to create, some type of community where like we read for fun, we read for enjoyment. Obviously we read for lessons too, because a lot of books that I'm reading, I'm like, oh, like this this is teaching me a couple of things. So let's get into my physical TBR. I have quite a few books on my physical TBR, not as much as I hear on the internet. Like, I've seen people have like 300, 200 plus books on their TBR, their physical TBR. No shade at all. Good for you. I have like maybe, I want to say like 25 books on my physical TBR. And I want to share some of them with you guys, just so you guys can kind of get, like I said in the beginning, a feel or an idea of the type of books that I like, or type of books that I am finding interesting now. So the first book is Kindred by Octavia E. Butler. This is a historical fiction, sci-fi fiction book. It's a time travel novel that forces a modern Black woman to confront slavery firsthand. So I think she goes back into time to deal with slavery. Um, I've heard great things about Octavia E. Butler and really want to get into her catalog. So this is going to be my first book from her. So the next book is Montrillo by Gerardo Simona Cordova. I hope I said his name right. It's his debut novel. It's a horror book and queer fiction. Honestly, I picked up this book because of Dylan Joseph. I love Dylan Joseph. He's one of my favorite book people, or people in the book community. And this book is, I want to say, is like, is it similar to Frankenstein or Frankenstein inspired? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But it follows a mom whose son passes away, and she takes a part of his lung, I think, and like grows it, and it becomes like a creature, or like remnants of her son. So it's a horror book, and I only got this book because of Dylan Joseph. Um, yeah, there's another book that I got because of him that's on my TBR that we're going to talk about, but I'm actually kind of interested in reading this, so we'll see. So the next book is Cursed Daughters by Onikan Braithwaite, and it follows a Nigerian family that believes that one of the women in the family, Ebon, I think her name is Ebon, they believe that her daughter is the reincarnation of a dead cousin. So in this book, they're dealing with that and dealing with like generational trauma and curses and rivalry. So I picked this book up. I've had it on my shelf for a minute. Actually, no, because it just came out. So not a minute, but I bought it a minute ago and haven't read it. So I'm interested and really excited to get into this book. It just sounded interesting to me, which is why I picked it up. So yeah. So the next book is All Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. It's a crime thriller. It follows a Black sheriff, I believe it's the first Black sheriff in his hometown, a county in Virginia. He uncovers a serial killer, and while working on that case, he's like confronting, racism and dark secrets in his hometown. I've been really, really, really wanting to get into S.A. Cosby. I have like three of his other books on my bookshelf that I have not read as yet. I'm going to start off with this one because I've heard a lot of people rave about All Sinners Bleed, and it's becoming a TV show, I believe. So I really want to get into it before that TV show airs. So yeah. So the next book is The Bright Years by Sarah Domoff, and it's a family drama that follows Lillian. Ryan and their daughter Georgette. I think Ryan is struggling or dealing with alcoholism, I believe, and Lillian has a secret son. Honestly, I read that and I was sold. I heard she had a secret son that they don't know about, and I picked up that book solely because of that. I was like, oh. Then we have Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. This is the next book that I was telling you guys that I got because of Dylan Joseph. He has raved about this book, has said great things about this book, nothing but great things about this book, and I was really interested in it. It follows a Korean woman who gets pregnant and abandoned by her lover, and she enters an arranged marriage, I believe, or a marriage of convenience, and it follows her life as she, I think, then moves to Japan with her new husband. I think, don't quote me on that. In the 1930s, an earnest young woman, abandoned by a lover who has gotten her pregnant, enters into a marriage of convenience that would take her to a new life in Japan. Yeah, it just sounded interesting, sounded like some drama. Last but not least, we have Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Wang. It's a fantasy, dark academia. It's set in the world or city of the magical city of Tyrid, and it follows Sonia, who is trying to become the first female high mage while she discovers dark dark secrets about her city. Um, this is my first dark academia, so let's see how it goes. I'm really excited about it. I have never read academia before, much less dark academia. So I'm really interested. And I heard really, really great things about it. I heard a lot of people on the internet raving about it, which is kind of one of the reasons why I picked it up. I was influenced. I'm not above being influenced. So that's a wrap on my physical TBR show and tell. I have plenty more books on my TBR, but I think I have like I said in the beginning, like 25 books, and my goal is to read them next year. I think it's doable. 25 books is doable. So hopefully I get through them, and I'm sure I'm going to continue to buy books. So it's going to continue to grow, but I want to read the majority of my physical TBR. So that's it for now. Hopefully this video is not too long. Fingers crossed. Um, In the next video, well, if this is the pilot episode, then the next video should be episode 1 or episode 2. I'll figure it out. It doesn't matter. I'll figure it out. But I just finished A Little Life by Hania Yaganahara. I hope I said that right. I just finished that book, and spoiler alert, I loved it. I know the internet has some really strong opinions about that book, but I loved it. Um, So the next video, I'm going to be scouring Beyonce's internet for you guys' comments and reactions to that book. And I'm going to comment on them. So it's going to be like a fun commentary video. If you're into that and looking forward to it, that's going to be the next video. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, tell me what's on you guys' physical TBR. I'm nosy, and that is how I get a lot of book recommendations. I watch people physical TBR, and if it sounds interesting to me, like I Google the book, and if I'm interested, I end up getting the book. So let me know in the comment section what is on you guys' physical TBR. Let me know what you guys are currently reading. Also, let me know what you guys' favorite books are and why. I like to know why. Just don't tell me it's your favorite book because you liked it. I like to know why. Well, bye guys. This has been fun. Um, a little awkward for me, recording myself. Just a bit awkward. Trying to catch my flow, but hopefully I know as I continue to do this, I will get better at it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please like, comment, subscribe, you know. Um, like I said, let me know what you guys are reading, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.